the Fusion GPS investigation of Donald Trump, and Glenn Simpson and Peter Fritsch join me now. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
So here's the thing that I think is the most interesting about what you say in the book, and I think the hardest for some people to believe. So I want to give as much credit as possible to your critics to start out, right? Their theory of the case is that, like, you're being paid by the Clinton campaign through the Clinton campaign lawyer, and you've then commissioned this ex-British intelligence official to go, who's got these Russian sources, who looks into the sort of stuff that's happening with Russia. Like, obviously the Clinton campaign's gonna learn about that, because you're working for them. And your contention in this book is, like, the firewall is so thick that they just had no idea about the stuff that's happening on this side of the project.
That's not quite it. I mean, first of all, there's a timeline issue, which is that we started this investigation for the Republicans in September of 2015. So the entire predicate for what we did when we switched over to the Democrats was based on information that we gathered for the Republicans.
Right.
So there's a flaw in the theory there. When we did switch, we were communicating with a lawyer, and we didn't know what was happening with the information from there. It's obvious from the public record that some of the information was getting to the Clinton campaign. The distinction is that when Christopher Steele decided it was necessary to go to the FBI, that he really thought this was a national emergency and there was going to be an attack on the United States, we didn't tell anyone because we didn't consider that to be part of the campaign or the election.
Right, so that's the key point, is the Clinton campaign, and this is the crazy thing about 2016. There's an FBI investigation of Donald Trump and his possible contacts with the Russians that does not leak during the campaign.
Correct. Yeah, no, I mean, the firewall that you allude to is really methodological in nature. And it was, when we first tasked Chris or hired him to do this work on behalf of the Clinton campaign, we didn't tell him who the client was, which is actually fairly important methodologically if you were trying to conduct a human intelligence investigation, as he was. We trusted him because he is one of the most accomplished foreign intelligence officials we know in the Transatlantic Alliance. We trusted him to carry that work out responsibly.
So in the intelligence business and the investigations business, there's compartmentalization, which prevents information from sloshing around and getting out. And then there's also just a methodological need to avoid confirmation bias. So if you know who your client is, that might influence what you find.
Right, so what you don't want is a person selling you information that they think you want.
It's a big problem in the industry.